Silver is at $35 per ounce at the moment, for example, right? So imagine it's coming up to possibly 40, okay? And then could you imagine, like, by the end of the year what that could go up to? It could go up to 800 an ounce. And then and then gold is currently at the moment 3,000 per ounce. By the end of the year it could be 5,000 per ounce, or even 10,000 per ounce next year, for example. So just imagine, you don't want to leave it too late. You want to start purchasing now, and if you can purchase gold, great, wonderful, but I would be looking at silver, because silver is the dark horse. It's becoming the new oil, as opposed to the gold being, because silver is a dual purpose. It's needed for two things: industrial, manufacturing, retail, for example. So it's got a lot more use than what gold has. Yeah, gold looks pretty, don't get me wrong, it looks pretty, but I like silver, just like I like gold, but I also like silver as well, for example. So think about it. If you start buying your silver coins, one a month, by the end of the year you'll have 12, for example. You times that by, if it's valued at 800, for example, then that would give you 9,600 in a year, for example. So that's like an additional income stream. Same with if you was to get gold. If you was to buy a gold coin, a quarter ounce gold coin is $800, for example. By the end of the year that could go up. So I'm looking at them as a additional income stream, and also looking at as a long-term plan, because at the end of the day we don't know what when it comes time to pension, you don't know what your pension amount really is going to be, because if we're looking at the cash, the currency cash dictating our pension, then we're going to end up losing possibly 25% of our pension amount, because stocks, as you can see, are dropping all the time. It's very volatile. So why not top up your pension with getting silver or gold coins, or gold bars, for example, or silver bars, or gold coins? Why not top that up, ready for when you've got a pension? If I kept the silver that I had and gold that I had in 2007, because I used it to start my care business, for example, back then. But if I used that instead, that would have been worth about 500,000 pounds, which is like what, $700,000. So can you see what I'm talking about? That was 2007, for example. So look at it as a long-term goal, not as a quick fix. If you need it, obviously, then you're going to cash it in because you've got an emergency and you need to get that money available, for example. But why not look at this long-term investment? Just try it for 5 years. See what the value is at that, and then you carry on. But keep buying those coins. When I remember when, for example, if a child was born, you would give them a coin, for example. But what was amazing was someone commented and they said that every year they give their grandchildren a coin, for example, or a birthday when it's Christmas, or a birthday, for example. When that child grows up, they've already got their down payment for university or for a house, for example, because it's worth a lot in a number of years, for example. So, like I said, I did a video on here the other day as well where I said about how you can save $400,000 in 5 years, for example, and that is through getting gold coins. That's what I was talking about. I was showing some examples. Now remember, I am not a financial advisor, okay? I'm just here talking to you as a normal human being that is going through this discovery of gold and silver again. I did it back in 2007 and I know it works. I know it works, and we all know that it works, because Warren Buffett would not be investing in these types of things. Neither would these large organizations or family offices or governments. They wouldn't be bothered if there was nothing there. They wouldn't even be bothered about it. They'd be looking at something else. So this is a investment, and it takes strategic planning and focus and consistency to make it work. Because when you do that, you will then have a great savings plan and a structure, whether it's for your retirement, whether it's for a loved one's gift that you want to give to them. It is something that will come in handy. The government is going to be making it, well, we already know it's a monetary system because you can cash it in. It is liquid cash. You can get cash from this, doing gold and silver, for example. So why not give that a go? If you're not doing it already, I would highly recommend that you do it, because we don't know what the next couple of months is going to do, for example. And if you're in business, then start buying a small amount of gold or silver, whatever it is you can afford, each month, for example, to save for a rainy day, for example. There's things that we can do. There's the gold and silver, the precious metals that we can purchase. There's businesses we can do. There's also properties, but you got to buy at the right time when it comes to properties, otherwise things can crash. For example, I've been through 4 recessions now in my life, from what I can remember. 4 recessions that I've been through. And I'm still just trying to figure this out even now, even from the history of those previous recessions. but this is something that we're now being more aware of because of YouTube, isn't it? You know, otherwise we'd be there with a newspaper in our hands, or we'd have to go out and buy a book or go to the library to read about these things. This is now being made more available to us because of YouTube. And I'm so grateful to YouTube, because YouTube has helped me in my business, because I've ran my business here on YouTube, and it's enabled me to get, 10, 15 appointments a week minimum in my business, because I am a business coach, for example. So I'm able to get my appointments through YouTube, because I love to train. I love training and things like that. It's my passion. And for me, talking to you about gold and silver, because I know that we're in this inflation crisis, uncertainty at the moment. So what can we do to help survive the hard times? Is we can look at getting gold and silver, or having a side hustle business, for example. There's multiple ways that we can do this. And like I said, I'm so pleased that we've got YouTube that we can refer to and learn from and grow and help each other. I know something, then I'm going to pass it on. I'm not going to just keep it to myself. I will pass it on, and I will show you what I do as well. So I hope that you've enjoyed today's discussion, and join me for traveling around the world online here on YouTube, traveling and discussing about all the different minds around the world. But I'm choosing the 10 wealthiest minds in the world, and this is a 10-part series, so do stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel if you want to get further updates on wealth building strategies, because that's also what my channel is about: wealth building, as well as AI automation, as well as business coaching as well. But what I want to also say to you is that there's so much that we can do to grow our own lives, for example. We don't want to be controlled by the outside elements